Tropical Club!
Assemble.
Tropical Club assemble. Yeah, sorry I had to do it, but anyways, on to the actual video. Well, now that my little gag is over, I should probably start making more gags like that because they're funny. But I also now have to give some credit for the people who did make the TikToks or anything like that. I decided to use my video. But anyway, let's get on to the actual video what it's talking about. Episode 6 of Tropical Rouge Percure. What did I think about it? Well, as we have all the members now, they are at the club. They need to make it official now. Somehow, by getting their club activities done. As I guess they were having a club in Las Vegas. Well, technically, it was kind of obvious because the wiki fandom had it pointing it out, so yeah, but hey, it's over and done with. So we finally get to see the big bad villain of today, lazy as usual. Good to see her again, been a while. But from what we see here, we finally got some information about what she's showing the motivation for from Grand Ocean, which is being kept in this orb. And like all main villains of the series, she's not so happy that the minions are not acting like they're supposed to do to defeating the Percure because they keep on failing. And she made it clear that she wasn't happy at all. But anyways, she said she will deal with it tomorrow. Man, she's so lazy that she's like my sister not wanting to play Genshin Impact with me. And so we're back with the girls. They have to make ideas for the activities they want to do in the club. Nori sets up a plan with other club activities and how to deal with their schedules and stuff. And I say, wow, that is pretty neat. Natsumi is agreeing with everyone about it, but when they present this to the student council, she just rejects it right there and now, and how she uses vulgar in her sentences about the activities, wow, she has some problem here. That is very rude with using vulgar. That's showing that it's rude. But that is my opinion. So now it was up to Plan B. They use an anonymous survey so they can only pick one club activity to do, which everyone could easily figure out who wrote it. And if there's 5 members if you include Laura into it. So the first survey was from Minori, which was reading. So the girls went to the library to check out some books and read them. And during this, Natsumi fell asleep, and oh my god, I like this scene so much. She thought Asuka was a melon bread, and oh god, the face she made, and the fact that it was so creepy, but oh god. She just bits Asuka. Poor Asuka having to be bitten. Also, Laura likes melon bread. Bet she can have it underwater. For the second survey, actually, was from Laura, where everyone had acted like Queen. Asuka didn't want to jump because she wasn't really interested in doing Laura's queenly stuff and lessons. And so it was up to Natsumi, Sango, and Minori. Sango and Minori failed Laura's queenly expectation. Yes, I had to say it like that. And when it was Minori's turn, Laura just fell asleep. Great job, Laura. Asuka points out it was just Laura being Laura. Yep, Laura being Laura. Oh, great. I love Laura. Now, the third survey was that they figured out it was from Asuka, which was an Easter Bunny game by the name of Usako. I think I said it right. Well, this episode was on Easter, so yeah, I gotta put an Easter reference in there. And we had the Animal Crossing vibe, and everybody has New Horizons, and I have New Leaf. Well, at least I have New Leaf, so it's fine, but I'm jealous because everybody is all hyped with Horizons. And probably not a lot of people play New Leaf. I don't have anyone to play with me. So it just had me near my village. No one to come and visit me. So sad. But anyway, enough about me. Minori pointed out that the school will not accept this, and everyone agreed. So the last one, surprisingly, we didn't see Natsumi pick hers. Maybe there is an obvious reason for that, but I think there's another reason that is going to be shown in this episode that explains what Natsumi is going to do for the club. The last one was Sango's, which was the cosmetic club. They head to Pretty Holic to try on some makeup, and all the girls seem to really enjoy it, but a big problem. The student council rejected it. Reason for it being rejected this time was that wearing makeup was against school rules. Which, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's definitely a reason for that. Only maybe because a lot of the girls take a long time in the bathroom putting on their makeup. As boys say, apparently boys always say that we have a long time in the bathroom. Maybe makeup's the problem. I don't know. I'm just saying that because I just popped in my head. But Yuriko a deadline for the group that if they didn't submit a proper assignment for the activity of their club, they will not be able to create it, meaning they will not be able to make it an official club. They had until the end of school the next day for the last spell to do it. Oh god. And back with the villains, we got to see our lovable strip maid finally appear. Luna and Nuri and Changi seem to love her. Not like in the last season with Darius and all the other Terabogans. Like Shindorin and Gaira arguing all the time and Darius not giving a care. But that was when Butler came in and ordered them to go get some motivation power for the Witch's delays. They were not amused, but I just love how Elena showed her stubbornness on the dolls. So wait, how old is she anyway? Anyway, never mind that. But she was so cute that she laid in Nomuri's lap. But anyways, Nomuri was gonna go again, but realized she was missing one of her Yandere balls. You know what, that's what I'm gonna call it. Deal with it. Apparently, so she had two last time, but she didn't really care that she lost one of them. So, oh no, this is gonna be bad. Back with the girls, they are disappointed about the deadline as they couldn't decide on what they wanted to do for their main activity for the club. However, it's when they stopped it and saw 4 women looking into the bushes of the school grounds for something. What was that something, you may ask? Well, apparently the 4 women 10 years ago are graduates of the middle school, and that they were looking for a treasure they planted at the school 10 years ago. They mentioned they hid it in a statue by the name of Penchan. Who is Penchan, you may wonder? Oh, it was the penguin statue from last week's episode, the one that Sangha had trouble carrying. Poor Sango. Laura remembered this and screamed it out loud, and resulting in Asuka having to take the plunge. Instead, it was her screaming it out. One of the more classic scenes in Percure. When the team gets embarrassed for something, they pixies do. Suddenly fairies are watching too many Glitter Force. They had given Penchan to the recycling center. They got the help of Miss Sakegara, who called the recycling center only to find that Penchan was given away to a shop somewhere in the city. So they went searching, scavenger hunt started. This is when the last shop, which is the owner of this shop, didn't realize that they were looking for Penchan and almost knocked Penchan over. With inside his basket was the Yandere ball that Numeri dropped in the last episode, and awakened the Yandere and using Penchan as a vessel. The girls had to transform. Now the real group transformation comes in well. Well, it was pretty transformations, good for the Pretty Cure series. And it had really good sound effects. Even for the single transformations too. Though I think they need to work harder on that running style. The fight was really short for this episode, and the Yandere had no motivation power, making it easy for the girls to fight it off. Though it could be because it was not collecting motivation because Numeri wasn't there to tell it to seal motivation power. Laura was bummed out because she was left out of the spotlight. I really my gag with her being the spotlight. Once they defeated the Yandere, they returned the Penchan to normal and brought it back to the school, where one of the graduates looked inside the beak of Penchan and took out it hidden. What's inside was a lovely picture locket of the graduates from 10 years ago. Also, I did not cry. Okay, maybe a little. It's just too heartwarming. But with this is something that Natsumi was showed what she wanted the club activity to be. And so, they presented to the student council their activity, what it was more important. Yuko called it vulgar yet again, but Natsumi told her it wasn't and gave her reason. They will do what is more important right now, and that everyone can join in on it. This is what the Tropical Club stands for, and the graduates helped out too by supporting the Tropical Club. This Yukino had to accept for now, at least. And now the Tropical Club became official. Now let's think about the final thoughts. It was a good and simple episode. Who knew that penguin statue really had some importance to it? Maybe they did foreshadow it a bit, but anyhow, it was over and done with. There was a lot of comedy in this episode, and it was just all fun, really. I am ready for episode 7, and finally Kudurun is ready to prepare. So let's hope and see what the Sea Fairy will bring the show to. Anyway, see ya next time. Silverchan signing out. Come on, let's assemble Tropical Club!